Hey guys, hope you guys are having a great day. It's me, Love Anchors. Follow and subscribe if you like this video. And today I'm going to talk to you about why I want to be a missionary and what it takes to be a missionary and why I feel like God has called me to this. So, last year I went through a tough season in my life where I didn't know what God wanted me to do and I just felt lost. I felt hopeless. I was in a weird state of mind where I had anxiety and depression all the time, almost up to 5 months. It was unreal. I had a hard time getting up. I felt tired all the time. It wasn't pretty. And around this time, we got back into church. We were out of church for a while, a few years. And I've always wanted to go back into church. And then I found my old church, Calvary, and we got back into going there. And I remember just being so much more involved in the church and really pouring my heart out to God. And I just felt one day that when we had an evangelist there, that I feel like God had shown me a vision of what I was going to do, and it was to help people in other countries and even in the US who really needed help in knowing the gospel and reaching out to them. And I got this revelation around like the beginning of the new year, like in January of 2019. And I just almost started crying because I saw 3 separate visions. There was one of me leaving, there was one me of hugging someone, getting ready to leave, and then me on the plane looking out the window. And then maybe a 4th one, I did see me laying hands on people and praying for them. And I just couldn't believe it. I said, God, you really want me to do this? And I felt so right in the fact that he does want me to do it. And I've never been on a mission trip, so I'm hoping to go on one this year. But the primary reason I want to be a missionary is I want to preach the gospel to people and save lives through Jesus. And I believe we do have a lot, but there's not a lot of people that are actually laying down their life. There are, but there's not like so many that will anymore. I feel like some people have forgotten about these other people in these other countries, and I think it's quite sad. And even in the US, like New York needs a lot of help right now with the whole abortion thing, and I think a lot of people forget about that. And that's where we need to remember who we are in Christ and know that even though we may have some countries that are enemies, we're always supposed to help no matter what. And so I've never been on a mission trip. I'm hoping to go on one this year or during the summer of 2020 and possibly to Peru. And I'm also a photographer as well. I'm going to school for photography, and another part of being a missionary, God wants me, I feel like, to open up a studio in another country and clean up people and take portraits of them and give it to them, which I would love to do because I feel like it put a smile on someone's face and it would show them their true worth, not just, they're worthless and they're not. There's another photographer who does this in LA. His name's Jeremy Coward. I might be saying it wrong. Cowart or something like that. He's really, really good. I love his work. I think it's called Smiles or Starting with Smiles or something like that he does. And it really inspired me. And the one thing I learned from my pastor is the only way you know if it's a God-given dream if it involves helping other people. If it's not, then it's not a God-given dream. And I believe that's really true. So in being a missionary, I know God is still maturing me and helping me grow in that area, but I just feel really led to be and possibly be a pastor, which I have prayed about it and I'm sure of it, and I'm going to go to Southeastern University after I graduate the photography program. I'm going to go to the university at my college and get a degree in Christian ministry, because I feel led to. And just what God's done is so amazing, honestly. I love seeing what he's doing through other people, what he's doing for this world. There's so much good, and I know a lot of people always complain there's too much evil in the world, but you gotta look at both sides. There's good and evil. Whether we want to see it or not, there's still some good to good to the world. And I want to be that light that shines brightly for Jesus, and I know He's calling me for it. And I just want to see kids, not so bony and free. I want to see them eating properly, getting fed, and even the grown-ups, I want to see them getting fed or getting water properly, not from like sewers or anything. I want to see people who know Jesus, who want to know Jesus and find out who He really is, because I think that's beautiful. And that's the reason why I want to be a missionary. I want to see lives change radically through Jesus.